like playing.
Oh, and then melting. Yeah, it's so good.
Such a good scene. Hey folks, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this is our top 5 games that we are looking forward to in the year 2025. So we looked at 18 pages worth of games. That's 1,800 games. That's what he did, crazy person.
2 weeks into January. 3 weeks into January.
2 weeks into January. Man alive. I only looked at 10 pages. I was done. I had like 20 games at that point that I was interested in. So just going to get to our top 5 anticipated games from 2025. Let's hit it. I am actually wearing my Lucky 13 shirt. This is the Lucky 13 engine from the San Antonio Fire Department that my grandpa actually served under when he was a firefighter. And that is what actually pulls a lot of my interest in this game. My number 5 is called Firefighters on Duty. And I have to be honest with you.
Sounds like work.
I know it definitely does sound like work, but this is the kind of game that I think I'm going to enjoy. Now, it's Artipia Games, and sometimes they are hit or miss for me. Sometimes their games are a little bit too complex, sometimes. Or there's something about it that I just don't like. But this one, it's really the theme that's grabbing hold of me. But it is managing a fire department. It is cooperative. There's dice rolling. It's scenario driven. The hang up, the last one I talked about, Take That Games, is where my interest has started going, I don't know about this. Real time.
Oh.
Real time. But
I mean, somebody's over here with a lighter and you have to go over there and put it out.
That's not true.
Before the game box melts.
I think it's only part of the rounds are real time. So there's only some things that you have to do in a certain amount of time. That's what I'm hoping. But here's the thing. I'm so interested in this game, I late pledged it.
Oh.
I late pledged it today. Kids. This is what we were talking about. I was talking about earlier. This is a dangerous list to make because it's like, oh, I really do want that. So, yeah, it's on the way, so we'll see how it goes. But that's my number 5, Firefighters on Duty from Artipia Games.
Nice. Sounds like work. I'll stick to my Kanban EV.
Which also sounds like work in a hostile environment.
That's right. All right, my number 5 is from Florian Molzan and Forgotten Tales.
Ooh.
This is a game called Sirens: The Deep Sea.
Wow.
And Sirens: The Deep Sea is a co-op dungeon crawl, if you want to call it a dungeon crawl, but it's underwater. You're building. It's scenario based. Sure. You're going to have characters that level up and do special things. And
is it a campaign game or just scenarios?
No, I think it's just scenario based.
Oh, okay.
Says it's co-op underwater dungeon crawl-esque. You, like I said, you're constructing some buildings and you're doing whatever you have to do in the scenario, traveling or fighting or whatever else. So it just feels like it could be kind of a little deeper version of like Zombicide, but underwater. And if you're gonna level up your characters, and not only that, but it's a very pretty board. Yeah. It's got good looking graphics. Yeah. So I don't know exactly how it's going to play, but it is a theme that I like co-ops anyways. And I like dungeon crawls, and I don't know that we've ever seen one underwater. No. So we'll see how it is. But
everybody has to have their own breathing apparatus.
That's right. No, I think you're like underwater like people.
We have gills?
Yeah. I'm a piranha. I'm just kidding. I don't know, but that's my number 5. It looks very cool. It looks very pretty. Sirens: The Deep Sea.
Awesome. All right, my number 4 is a game that I believe is going to be showing up here today.
Here?
At this house.
All right.
Yes, because while I was at the Dice Tower Studios, they had a copy of it, and I was like, well, hey, I want to play that game. And I haven't played it yet, which is why I'm including it on this list, because as soon as it gets here, this is one of the games that's going to rocket to the top of our to-do list.
Cool.
And I think you're going to enjoy it as well. This one's called Metal Gear Solid, the board game. Now, this is a stealthy scenario-based game, I believe, with miniatures. I believe it has scenarios in it. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, scenario-based, cooperative,
guys, you
stealthy.
hook a balloon to their belt and they fly away.
Really?
That's what happens in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Really?
Yeah. You
Hook a
steal
balloon
people
to
that way.
them?
Yep.
You kill people that way. You have to shoot the balloon to make them fall?
No, you steal people that way. You hook a balloon
you
to
steal them.
It shoots them up, and then a plane goes by and picks them up.
All right, my interest in this game just went up a little bit. But here's the thing: I like stealth kind of games, and Emerson Matsuuchi is the designer of this game. He's also the designer of another crap. I forgot the name of it. Poop. No, it's not that. Spectre Ops.
Oh, gotcha.
And which is another stealthy game that I really enjoy. So Emerson knows how to do stealth well. Now, I don't have any skin in the game as far as Metal Gear Solid is concerned.
Metal Gear Solid.
And this is one of the reasons I sent him a picture.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I sent him a picture, and he was like, "Who interested in that one?" So this is gonna get played pretty quick as soon as this game shows up. But this is one that I'm really looking forward to, and because of the designer, I'm really hoping I'm liking it. The production quality looks really, really, really good. Yeah. Simon did a great job, as they usually do with production quality. But Emerson Matsuuchi is really the reason why I'm wanting to play this one. So that is my number 4, Metal Gear Solid. That's a hard thing to say together. The board game, my number 4.
It's a big IP where there's lots of cool ideas they can do, because they have some crazy like robotic things and some crazy like
Snake Blitzen is in there, right? I know his name is Snake, but Snake Blitzen is from Escape from New York. It's not the same person.
No, it's not the same person. But there's some really cool things in there.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of ability to make some cool enemies and some cool scenarios.
Cool.
So,
awesome.
All right. My number 4 is kind of a shoe-in for me, I suppose, because I like 2 things. I like pandemic games, and I like Lord of the Rings. And therefore, I would love a Lord of the Rings pandemic game. And this would be Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship by Matt Leacock and Z-Man Games.
Yeah. You knew this was coming. Sure. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well,
it's like
surprised it took this long. But
exactly.
But with the Warcraft one out, which was great, I love it. With the Star Wars one out, which is really freaking good.
Yes.
And now with the Lord of the Rings one coming out, I mean,
you don't need any other ones.
Not only that, but this one's got like scenario based, and it's like.
See, I didn't look at this one.
Yeah, so this one's like scenario-based too. So I think you can progress to harder and harder, to different scenarios.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
That sounds really cool.
The map looks really good. So
I call Gimli.
That's fine.
My number 3 is a game that has been on my radar for going on 2.5 years now. It's by Paverson Games, and it's probably a game that is much more than I should be desiring to chew, because it's, from what I've heard, it's a fairly complex, heavy game, but it's so beautiful, and I love the theme of crafting musical instruments for people. Luthier, and every time I see their booth, I am drawn to it, but it's so packed every single convention. So that alone tells me something, right?
Sure.
I'm not one to really jump on a hype train more often than not. If I'm interested in it, sure, I'll jump on full bore. But I have to be interested in it. And really the draw here is twofold. Detroit's artwork is beautiful. I love it. I halfway want to buy a game if it has his artwork on it without anything else added to the equation. But then you add on the theme of crafting musical instruments. I like stuff like that, crafting swords, crafting armor, crafting this, crafting
That's
that.
different than musical instruments.
I
don't know.
get that.
I haven't put this on here because the theme just doesn't interest
Just try
me
it
at
for
all.
you. Yeah, I get you. I get you. But I think this is going to be one that
I think people are going to love the game for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep.
So that's my number 3 from Paverson Games, Luthier.
Nice. That's a good pick. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic game. The theme just doesn't pick me.
Doesn't reach out for you. I
Yep.
get it.
All right. My number 3 is from Germain Millen and DeVere Games. And it's called Covenant. I know very little about this game. I've seen just a tiny bit on it a couple of months ago, and then I did reading on it this morning to kind of catch up, whatever.
Yeah.
What I do know is the King of the Dwarves. It's a dwarven game. It's about dwarves. The King of the Dwarves is having us go recover the dwarven ancestral grounds.
I'm in. Sign me up.
Dwarven tokens and tools are going to be your placement items, right? You're going to be like worker placement. You're going to be digging tunnels. You're going to be doing dwarven things. That's about all I know about the game. Really cool theme. I want to check it out.
Why did I miss this?
I don't know.
What did the cover look like? Did the cover have dwarves on it? Did it look dwarvish?
No,
Well,
that's why I like dwarvish.
Covenant.
I think it's a mountain on the cover, just like an orangish mountain. But it is DeVere, and I like DeVere stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just want to see how it turns out.
DeVere's a great company. Yeah, absolutely. I can't. I've liked of the they've come out with 3 or 4 games last year, and I think I liked 3 of them.
Hard.
Yeah, they came out with some great games last year. So yeah, that dwarves would have been. I picked another dwarf game, didn't make the list.
Yeah.
Because it's not coming to Kickstarter until April this year. So I'm like, that's not going to be a 2025 game.
And I did not include any games I have kickstarted in either one of these lists.
Well, there were 2 games that I actually late pledged after I looked into it. So, all right, my number 2 is, I think to date, the most expensive game that I've purchased.
Ooh-wee.
No, probably not. It's not the most expensive game that I own, but it's probably the most expensive one that I've purchased. And it's because I already know I'm going to like the game. And it's a deluxeified version of the game. And I did late pledge it this morning.
Okay.
Because I thought the ship had sailed. But it hadn't yet. Santorini.
Oh.
The Pantheon edition.
I thought you already backed this.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Talking about it.
I was.
Way too much money for a little plastic game.
Shut up. You should have. I'm really looking forward to getting this game in. First of all, I really enjoy the game already. I'm interested in the co-op version of the game as well. I'm excited for the deluxeification of it, the board having the little ridges on it that's going to hold everything in place. Love that. The spinning island is going to be awesome. I went all in.
Nice.
I probably shouldn't have, but it was a moment of weakness.
All right.
But I'm really looking forward to getting this in, and I'm going to share it with everybody as soon as I get it in. But Roxley is a great company, and there's a lot of, they were saying that they were behind schedule a little bit, but they're the kind of company where, you can kind of rest assured that you are definitely going to get your stuff. So I went ahead and late pledged today. So really looking forward to that one coming out. That's my number 2, Santorini, the Pantheon edition.
Nice. I did not expect that on there.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you broke the seal because my number 2 is a game that technically has been out before. So I followed suit.
You better take back everything you said.
All right, except for this game has not been printed since like 10 years ago. It's pretty old. And you can buy copies of it, but most of it's secondhand at this point.
Cyclades.
This is Mage Knight, the Apocalypse Dragon. This is the first major expansion for Mage Knight.
Yeah. Not a big fan of Mage Knight.
This is my way to get back into Mage Knight.
Okay.
New stuff and new rules.
Hawken? You gonna play with Hawken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from WizKids 2, so I think that's my second WizKids one on
Yes,
here.
it is.
Mage Knight has always been a cool game. And it's been a long time since I played it, but this is a cool way to get back into it, I think. Like I said, it's been 10 years, and there's new main enemies in there, the 4 Horsemen, and then the Apocalypse Dragon.
Is it a reprint, or is it a standalone expansion? I don't know.
This is a standalone expansion, I believe.
Got it.
So, and then I think they're doing a reprint along with it, the whole. But yeah, regardless, I'm pretty excited about that. It'd be nice. It'd be cool to get back into Mage Knight and try it again with new stuff in today's day and age. So that is my number 2, Mage Knight, the Apocalypse Dragon.
Good pick. The numero uno anticipated game of 2025 for me. I had no clue about this game.
This isn't a crossover, then he hasn't seen my game.
Yeah, that's probably true. I got stuck on, I mean, you went through all 18 pages. I only did 10 of them. But,
did you back this one too? Yes, you did.
I couldn't. Okay. I was gonna. But I can't because the late pledge is already closed. So I'm just going to have to see what I can do to try to get a copy of this. But I really enjoyed, first of all, the theme. It's California 1840. And Zorro has gone missing.
What?
Zorro has gone missing.
What's it called?
The Secret of Zorro.
Okay.
The Secrets of Zorro. It's a cooperative
Never heard of this.
campaign game where you are the, if I'm understanding it correctly, you're like the extended family of Zorro, and you're trying to track him down and see where he went. But while you're doing all of that, you're having to get clues from here and fight these people and do that over there. It's cooperative, scenario-based. There is worker placement. It has great looking artwork as well. And the theme just like reached out to me. I used to watch Zorro when I was a kid all the time. Reruns, man, it looks so much cool. It's from Double Combo Games. So it might have fallen under the radar. Even, you know, their Kickstarter did fund, late pledges closed, and it wasn't a large funding Kickstarter project. So it probably flew under the radar for a lot of people, but this looks really cool to me. So hand management, worker placement, great artwork, cooperative, campaign, scenario-based. Really enjoy this, and the theme just looks really cool to me. So that's my number 1, The Secrets of Zorro.
Interesting. I wouldn't even have thought you liked Zorro.
I do.
I don't even think about Zorro, but that's cool. That's cool.
I'm wondering what your number 1 is, because you were expecting it to be.
I'm pretty gosh darn excited about. This is from Johnny Pack and Crafty Games, called Knights of the Round Table. This is a 30. Huh?
I did see that.
And you didn't put it on there?
Didn't. Wow. I didn't see that it was Johnny Pack. If I'd have seen that it was Johnny Pack, I would have, because he's a great designer.
Worker placement.
Yep.
Some I cut you choose.
Yeah.
A bunch of chaining of abilities and chaining of actions. You're rebuilding Camelot. You're questing for the Holy Grail. You're fighting off all the bad guys.
Yeah, that sounds good. It sounds good. Yeah. Johnny Pack is a great designer. I like a lot of his games. I did not see that this was by him.
I love King Arthur and all.
Yeah.
King Arthur.
So do I. So do I.
And it's funny because we did our favorite themes not too long ago, and actually King Arthur's very, very high, and it didn't go in there. But truth is, there aren't that many games that I play that have that. But I really like the theme. I really like Johnny Pack.
Yep.
I like worker placement.
Yep.
So I'm in.
That's a great one. That's a great one. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the title. I may have even clicked on it, and I looked at the mechanisms. I was like, yeah, okay. I just didn't look at the designer's name. That's weird. That's weird how you can be that close. You can be that close to picking something. Anyway, that's a great pick as well. Well, that is our top 5 games that we are looking forward to coming up in the year 2025. You can go over to the Dice Tower. We did our bottom 5 over there. That's number 6 through 10. So you can go check that out. Give them some love over there. While you're here, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. You can be notified when we have new videos coming available. And
tell us what we missed down below, because there's a ton of games already scheduled for 2025.
So many games.
It's impossible understand them all.
So many games. So many games. All right. Well, that's about that. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
See you later. Keep on gaming.
Yeah.